I was out in Arizona hanging out with two incredible gentlemen, two men that I've actually had on London Real as guests. And that's why today I want to talk about how podcasting literally changed my life. And the funny thing is that these two gentlemen I had on my show, one of them 4 years ago, one of them 2 years ago, and I had a great show, and as usual, I give my all. I had worked really hard to get them on the show, which I teach inside my Broadcast Yourself course. When they were there, I made sure we had a really deep interview. I published it out to the world, and then years later, this opportunity came to me, but it came because I started broadcasting and podcasting. That's why this happened. So that's really exciting, and that's why this opportunity happened, because I actually put these people out as broadcast guests. And that's why all this stuff happened. So it's really interesting to see. And the two people that I went and saw, one of them was Robert Kiyosaki, who is the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which is a book that was written over 20 years ago, but is still relevant today. I actually listened to it on my 11-hour plane flight out to Arizona, and it's so fresh. It's such a beautiful book. It's not only about money and your relationship with money. And let's be honest, folks, you have a very bad relationship with money. You have a dysfunctional relationship with money. And that's why most of us live our lives in fear of money, not having enough money. What do I have to do to make money? I hate money. Money's for greedy people. All of these stories that you tell in your head affects the way you live your life. It affects what you accomplish. It even affects the people that you love, the places you go in the world. Everything is revolved around that relationship with money, and most of us live in fear of money or not having money, and it's crippling. It really is crippling. Just as a physical injury would cripple you, it mentally cripples you, so you live a prison in your own brain. And I have a very fascinating relationship with money, one that I'm sure is dysfunctional in some ways as well, but it's something I've worked on a lot over the years. And this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, if you haven't read it or listened to it on Audible, I highly recommend. But Robert stated back in 1997 that most people work for money, but the rich make money work for them. And it's a fascinating concept. It's also the idea that being an employee is the worst thing you can do because of taxes and because of all the way it's set up by the government to make you kind of a subclass citizen. He also makes a joke that the C students end up running businesses that employ the A students. So in school, you're taught to do everything perfectly and get the best grades. When you get out, you can get a good job. Whereas sometimes the C students are out there being creative, trying new things, taking risks. Those are the ones that actually build businesses and employ the A students. And I think someone told me that Robert has a Ferrari, and on the license plate, it says C student. And so it's always something really cool to think about. So I was out there to see Robert Kiyosaki. I actually sat down with him and we filmed an episode of London Real. That's going to be coming to you in about 4 weeks' time. It's off the hook. It's amazing. But I was also spending time with a guy named Jim Rickards. And if you remember, I did an episode with Jim Rickards, and we spoke, I think we called it The Death of Money. And we spoke about his books that he's written. Now, Jim was a Wall Streeter, very long-term. He worked at a company called Long-Term Capital Management, which I used to do business with when I was a banker. He worked with a guy named Myron Scholes, who is famous, a Nobel Prize-winning economist who created Black-Scholes, the option pricing theory, which all options are based on today. And Jim is just a super smart guy. He worked for the CIA for 10 years. I mean, he's really an amazing dude. And I got to hang out with these two incredible men, and we are basically creating a product about money. And it's a cash flow product that shows you how you can get weekly cash flow. And there'll be more coming out about this in the next couple weeks. I'll be sending out emails. If you want to know more about it, just go to londonreal.tv and register through your Facebook or email to watch one of our episodes, and you'll be on that email to get more information. Or you can go to londonreal.tv/money, and there'll be a way to sign up for what's going to happen. That'll be live probably in the next 24 hours. So it's this really exciting product that we've come out with, but I got to really hang out with these two gentlemen, and the production was off the hook. We were in this beautiful studio called Sneaky Big Productions there in Phoenix, and we had a crew of 20 different people. I had a makeup person follow me around. We had cameras that were worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, lighting everywhere. It was like a 3-story studio. You saw the things I put out on YouTube and on Instagram. But I got to spend time with these incredible men and talk to them about what they've accomplished. And the fascinating thing about Robert is he really believes that spirituality is an important part of his culture. And I said, Robert, you're the guy known for making people rich. And he said, Brian, it's really important to know why you're trying to get rich and to know yourself. If you know yourself, then you can go out there and make more money. And it's something I've been talking about here on London Real for the last 7 years. If you can really push yourself into your fears and build that self-esteem that you can go ahead and accomplish new things, that's when the wealth will really start flowing in. So it was an incredible time, more coming about that soon. And again, I'll be talking more about this product that's coming out very soon. And it's the first investing product that I've created. I've waited a long time to do this. People have been asking me for years, Brian, you were on Wall Street, show me how to invest my money. But finally, I partnered up with Robert Kiyosaki and Jim Rickards to create this new product, and there'll be more coming on that in the next week. It's happening. So very, very exciting stuff.
London Real doesn't stop when the conversation ends. You see, that's when we get started. Because everything begins with a thought, and then comes the action. The London Real Academy is our global transformation platform. Here we bring together thousands of students from over 75 countries. Whether you want to build a profitable business from your passion, or learn to speak to inspire, or broadcast yourself with your very own podcast, or accelerate your life to become a high-performance person, we have the online accountability course and personal mentoring program that will make your dream a reality. Join us, and we'll take your life to the next level, together. Our next accelerator course is starting soon.